we go again. It's another episode of Into It. That was very girl band.
I feel like it could be tighter.
Hi, we're into it. And this is a brand new episode of our podcast.
I feel like it could be tighter.
Very
good. It could be tighter.
Okay, Matthew Knowles.
Come on, Beyonce. Joe Jackson. Come on, Michael.
Oh, God. Not him. Joe, I'm still haunted by Coleman Domingo and those grey contact lenses from the Michael Jackson movie.
I watched the Michael Jackson Netflix documentary.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's not good.
As in, the documentary is not well made, or as in the content is very dark?
Well, obviously the content is dark and it's weird. And, you know, Michael was doing some madness a lot of the time, whether he was guilty or innocent. There was some madness. But it was giving opportunism. You could tell that there were so many people involved in that trial that whether or not Michael was guilty or innocent, there was a lot of people that are just morally bankrupt who don't really care if he's guilty or innocent. It was about them winning, or it was about them winning at all costs. The lines of morals and ethics is so blurry, and just like people being paid off left, right, and center. It's really difficult to know who to trust within that documentary. People being discredited. It was dirty. It was a dirty, dirty trial. And it made me kind of feel uneasy because I was like, well, what is the resolve to this? Like, are we again just rehashing this in order for more people to be making money out of this? Obviously, at the heart of the Michael Jackson trial were allegedly abused children. And it didn't seem to me that these people were really concerned about getting justice for the children. It kind of felt a bit more like wanting to bring someone down, and like that was the focus rather than like understand what had happened.
I haven't watched the Michael Jackson documentary yet, but I am completely aware, because I don't know if you've noticed this too. I mean, the Michael Jackson fandom is and will always be probably one of the most loyal as pop fandom goes in the world, like forever. Like, dare I say, more than Swifties, more than Beehive. Like, Michael Jackson's fans are loyal to him, like to the
They've had time to cook.
Well, this is it, to the end of time. And one thing I have noticed, particularly with any content lately that that Netflix have been putting out, whether it's like a new film or another new documentary or whatever, these comment sections are flooded with MJ fans being like, he's innocent, because they're not happy about this documentary. And even the other day on Threads, yes, I'm using Threads. I quite like Threads, actually. I'm not mad at Threads. Don't get me wrong, Threads is still jarring, but it's like a less stressful Twitter. But I digress. But on Threads, this woman the other day posted up, I just found out the dance school that my kid has been going to was founded by or is partly funded by Wade Robson. I've taken my kid out immediately. MJ innocent forever. And I was like, wow.
This is what I mean. It's like whatever side you're on.
That is a extreme reaction.
It's really concerning, the lack of focus on these allegedly abused children. There's just such a level of bias. It's like, you know, you're either really pro Michael Jackson or you're really anti, but like it's so focused on him rather than like the alleged victims.
Who are now grown adults who can speak for themselves. And as I mentioned, this woman was like, I'm not going to have my kid be involved in this dance school. Wade Robson, for those of you that don't know, is a really well-established choreographer who just so happens to be one of the Michael accusers. And, you know, he worked with everybody from Britney to NSYNC, like phenomenal dancer. He's stuck by his story. So he's in a documentary called Finding Neverland, talking explicitly about what he says he experienced with Michael Jackson. As you say, with all of the extreme reactions around his innocence and his guilt, it does seem like, well, it's not even seeming, I think it is fact. People are forgetting there are real people involved in this who are traumatized.
Yeah, traumatized, whether or not they were traumatized by what they're alleging or whether or not it's the press. Like the focus is not on them. It's about the money that is to be made from going after somebody of that profile. Anyway, so I watched that and it was bleak. Didn't enjoy it.
Needs something to take the edge off.
What's taking the edge off recently?
Rivals.
You know what? I'm not into it yet.
I think you need to give Rivals a go. Rivals, I have thoroughly enjoyed. That's been one of my comfort watches. It's very camp. It's very soapy. And yeah, they just hit their mid-season finale. So the second part of season 2 isn't going to be out until flipping November. You're killing us. Yeah, which, do you know what? I can't lie, Disney Plus. Like and producers of Rivals, that has really wound me up. And I say
that's
this
a long time
in a
for
loving
a
way.
mid-season.
That is a long ass time because there's a big cliffhanger where a really significant character dies, and it's quite the scandal. So scandalous. And Disney have shared coming soon, and not till November. So
that's not soon.
We've got to wait until after summer, essentially Christmas, until we get part 2 of Rivals.
I'm annoyed
which
for you. I haven't even seen it.
No, I promise you're going to be really into it. And I'll tell you what, Danny Dyer is doing some of his best work in it. He's so charming in it, and it's just it's a really, really great watch. But it's very it's set in the 80s, full of excess, very silly, lots of set. Everyone's shagging.
I saw on Gogglebox Danny Dyer's bum shagging in the jacuzzi.
There's a lot of firm bums, a lot of bouncy tits. It's a great time. Ugh. And a lot of scandal.
What more do you need?
Well, there we go. But I would watch that to take the edge off anything dark that you've been watching lately.
Been watching Tiptoe as well.
Oh, the Russell T Davies.
Which is dark. But
I saw a little clip of it the other day. And
incredible. Honestly, BAFTA, just run them the BAFTAs now.
Well, you owe them after the It's a Sin of it all, lest we forget.
Yes. Every now and again, Russell T Davies comes back with a groundbreaking, generation-defining, just really zeitgeist capturing show, whether it's Queer as Folk or It's a Sin or now Tiptoe. The way in which he has captured this moment that we're in of queerphobia and the impending doom that we're all having to live with. And also, how it's impacting everybody, especially, how straight people are the ones that are upholding it, knowingly or unknowingly. It really shook me. I watched it with my boyfriend and we literally turned off the television without saying anything to each other and sat in the dark for a good 2 minutes.
It's a great cast, isn't it?
It's incredible. So many faves in there. Alan Cumming. Denise Welch is in it as well.
Of course she is.
Listen, I love Denise Welch. Top hun.
Gemini
trans
queen.
ally. She's amazing. Every time that I see her, every time I've been on Loose Women, Denise has been on the panel and she is...
I like her a lot.
A goddess. I love her so much. Gabriette, mother-in-law.
My Gabriette. I love how she talks about her. Gabriette, she's a lovely girl.
She's camp. Denise is camp. I love her. Don't say about my Denise. British TV, when done right, is like nothing else. And that's what I love about Britain. When Britain does Britain and is so quintessentially British, not trying to be American, not trying to rehash something different. When we're talking about I sound let's take our country back. But really, I really think that we need to think about what makes us great. And that's all of the different stories that we have to tell. Also, Bait with Riz Ahmed.
I loved
that. That
Bait.
was incredible.
I loved Bait. And I love seeing his perspective on the world, through his lens, British born, South Asian Muslim man who, Riz shouldn't be an anomaly, but he kind of is of sorts. And I really like how he uses his platform and how... Yeah, his art, he's also really funny. He's an amazing dramatic actor, but he's also really, really funny. He was great on SNL, and I love watching everything that he does. Great musician as well. He's so phenomenally talented, and Bait,
a nice guy.
Bait was excellent. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the TV BAFTAs are gonna shape up next year.
There's so much good TV industry. I can't wait for the next series, the final series.
On the list.
Have you not watched Industry?
No, I have watched it, but I'm really behind. I've been watching a lot of depressing TV. I mean, I have been watching Rivals. That's been my sweet spot. But I have watched a couple of depressing things lately, but they're just so compelling. I couldn't switch them off. So 3 years too late, I started watching Fellow Travellers. So that's it's a beautiful drama with Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey. And they play like this gay couple across the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s in America. So this is under the threat of McCarthyism, where they're basically hunting out like gay people from government in the States and persecuting them.
I need to watch that because that's what they're doing now. This is it,
like,
trans people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, through to the AIDS crisis of the 80s, like it's incredible TV. And I also watched the drama recently called The Witness. I know we spoke about the genre of true crime, and I'm always been a little bit hesitant about it because again, I don't like the culture. I don't like true crime culture. Like I've always found it a little bit cringe.
A little bit much.
Yeah, I prefer one well-made documentary that isn't a sort of like frenzied fest on like the gory details.
Yeah, which is hard to do.
And it's hard to do it tastefully. But I will say the documentary about the horrendous murder of Rachel Nickell, and essentially it's showing the failings of the police and the protection of women and violence against women. And to go with it, there's a drama called The Witness, which was supervised by Rachel Nickell's partner and her son who witnessed her murder. Okay. It's a really well-made drama about her murder, about what was left behind with her son who was the witness, her partner, the failings of the police. So I definitely recommend people to watch those, but watch them with care.
On the other side of the darkness, what do we think about dating shows? Because I found myself down a maths rabbit hole.
Now, here's the thing. Honestly, I used to be obsessed with all dating shows, and now
it's enough.
I stick to Love is Blind, and that's it. And even Love is Blind, the UK one, I'm locked in. Because it's still fresh. And yes, there is an awareness there now with the people that go on. They're aware of what can happen to their lives after they've been on the show, which I think happens to everyone who goes on dating shows. Like, we are so hyper aware now of like, oh, you can become an influencer, you can become this or that. Like, it gives you a different kind of profile, right? Whether you're going on Love is Blind to Love Island to whatever. People go on those shows looking for fame. Love seems to be like the very...
You're on television.
Exactly. Love seems to be the very last thing. But I stopped watching maths a long time ago because I genuinely find it extremely... honestly quite triggering and very stressful to watch.
Yes.
The people on that show are a different level of toxic, particularly the Australian one. I can't.
Yes, that's the one that I'm watching. I'm shocked. I'm watching it because of the documentary that was talking about the abuse that some women are alleging that they experienced on the show. I was just astounded that they've allowed these men to be in this competition. Is it a competition or is it
experience? They call it experience.
In this experience
experiment,
and like subjecting these women to these men, but that there's so many series of it, and also that it's gone unchecked for this long, because just watching it is, I'm literally mind blown. Obviously, there's levels to love, and some people are extremely traumatized themselves and then pass on that trauma, and it's hard to tell how people are going to react and this kind of thing. But there's screening processes, and in the quest for controversy, the well-being of women has been sidelined in order to have what are perceived as characters, like male characters, and it's not. These are men that should not be allowed near women, especially not in these kind of environments. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
I promise you, I stopped watching maths, I want to say a good 5 or 6 years ago, because I just remember thinking like, this is out of control. Like I feel physically uncomfortable.
Yeah. Even the last Love is Blind America, there was like a guy there that was not anyone that should be allowed near women. Like, he was fully giving incel. Mm-hmm. And like, how is this man on a dating show? I'm over dating shows, quite honestly. Every single one of them. Let's wrap it up. Let's do something new. I think that everybody that participates in them is far too aware of what they're participating in.
It's ruined it.
I think that these people are in love with the concept of love.
I'm still a Love is Blind UK truther, but even with that, there were people on there who were clearly in love with the idea of just being on TV and being perceived as somebody. Like there was that insufferable guy from the first season. I won't even say his name because he was so jarring. But you could tell he just went on there to get some sort of modicum level of like celebrity. And it was really cringe. Like
it's
watch.
Wild. Like some of these people that go on these dating shows are just woefully incapable of relationships. Like
remember that guy that was calorie counting for his partner in the British one in the last season?
Crazy. Like they have an idea of the person that they want, and that's not how people are. Like that's not how relationships work.
But they've been duped by the edit as well. That's the gag. Do you know what I mean? Even though they are fully aware they are going on a TV show, I think they themselves expect to meet a partner who is going to be as curated as an edit can make them for all the good things and the bad things. It's like, well, yeah, I'm out of here. And it's like, well, guys, that's not how real relationships work. I mean, again, there's exceptions. Lauren and Cameron from season 1 of America's Love is Blind, it will never, ever be as good as that because they were completely unaware of how the show's going to change their lives. They've got a gorgeous little baby now and they genuinely fell in love, and it was
and you can trust the process because you don't know what the process is,
and it was gorgeous to watch. But every single couple who's been on there since, and don't get me wrong, there have been some couples and marriages. There's been a few divorces from Love is Blind as well, but it's to be expected because it's sort of like, well, this is the risk you take, going on a show like that. But yeah, as you say, like, I think the whole concept of dating shows now is a little bit dead.
I don't know. I'm over it. I'm really over dating shows. And also there's so many of them. Love is Blind. I saw Love is Blind Poland. Love is Blind
Habibi, which I love.
Love it. There's Too Hot to Handle, Temptation Island, Dating Naked.
I can't lie. Do you know what?
Dating Naked is actually a gag.
I actually texted Rylan about that. And I was knocked out with COVID, and I was like, "What is on? What is just so silly that I can just watch and switch off?" And I binged Dating Naked, and I can't lie, I loved it. And I messaged Rylan. He was like, "Listen, just you wait, hon." I was like, "Okay."
I did a job with Rylan for Dating Naked. I wasn't naked and I wasn't dating, but yeah, I was watching the people who were naked and dating.
But it's amazing, isn't it though? Yeah. Because like people just have like.
But that was also season 1.
Yeah.
And like that was a new concept and I hadn't seen that before.
But it wasn't really a new concept because justice for naked attraction. Actually. I will say
I love naked attraction.
I will say this with my chest, yeah. Justice for naked attraction. I genuinely thought. No, it's been locked off. They got rid of it.
Why?
I don't know. Channel 4 said no, thank you. But I genuinely think that was one of the most progressive, inclusive, like really honest dating shows we had out there.
I just thought it was always a gag that these people would literally just go on television and get their bits out.
Yeah. But yeah,
and that was their judge. That was their judge.
Exactly.
They were like, I just want to show my bits to the nation.
But what I loved is that there was all different types of bodies on there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a freak show thing. And it wasn't like obviously it's tittillating, no pun intended. You are a bit like, oh my God.
There was an element of that. When you saw like some pierced or someone,
yeah.
Or like some some funky shaved pubes.
Yeah.
But like, it was fun.
It was fun.
We can't have anything these days.
Yeah.
They don't want us to have anything.
They really don't. What is the next frontier of great reality TV?
Oh, I don't know.
There's two things we like to watch people do. We love to watch people fight, but we love to watch people fall in love.
You know what I draw the line at? This show where people lose their virginity, Virgin Island.
Oh,
it's uncomfortable.
So what? So the virgins go to the island, and what have they got sex workers there for them to lose their virginity?
Kind of. I mean, they are sex workers. They're working with sex. I mean, yeah. They're like sex therapists,
sex educators.
They're sex therapists.
Okay.
But, I mean, they are working and like they can have sex with these people. Obviously, they're not being paid by the people, but it's really uncomfortable. But I guess maybe virginity is an uncomfortable subject, especially adult virginity. It's uncomfortable to be a young person navigating those feelings before you have sex. It's confusing. But then to be an adult who hasn't had sex, I can't imagine that.
Well, there's so much shame attached to later in life virgins.
Yeah, especially with films like, like 40-Year-Old Virgin, which I'm sorry is actually one of my favourite films.
Oh, it's a great film.
I don't play about Steve Carell.
This is the dawning of of the age.
Carell. I love Steve Carell.
But yeah, there is such a negative stigma attached to adult virginity, but virginity in general, because I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, like it was a
race to lose it.
Yeah, it was a race to lose it. And when I look back, I knew girls who were having sex as young as like 13, 14, 15, and also with freakishly older boyfriends. I say that term very loosely. And it's like, it's wild when you think about it. But the fact that virginity is being used as a tool on a dating show, I do find it's a little bit icky. I mean, I still feel conflicted watching Love on the Spectrum, because I've got a friend who's got an autistic kid and she is just like, absolutely not. She's like, I hate that show. I think she said, I think it infantilizes autistic people. I really don't respect it. I don't like it. But then I've got friends who are literally on the spectrum who absolutely love it. And it's a tricky one. You know, obviously I can't speak for people of that community. But Munroe, I mean, a lot of people don't know because obviously it's not their business, but this is our safe space. Like, you are autistic.
Well, yeah, both ADHD and autism.
So
ADHD.
you're ADHD.
Yeah.
How do you feel about shows like Love on the Spectrum? Do you feel it's exploitative, or do you feel seen by it? Do you find it endearing?
I think there's levels to like autism, isn't there? When I first started watching Love on the Spectrum, I wasn't sure for this very fact, but the more that I watched it, the more I think it's important that people understand that people with autism have agency and autonomy over their own lives. They've got full lives. And I mean, I obviously don't want to speak for anybody that does have these feelings about the infantilizing of autistic people. I don't know. I think that there's a really broad cast on Love on the Spectrum. I am in love with Logan from Love on the Spectrum. He is just incredible. The comedic timing is amazing when he keeps getting Kian's name wrong, and it's like Sean.
Sean.
Amazing.
My name's actually Sean.
And also just the fact that people who are autistic experience love and longing and yearning and romance and all of these things. Like, I don't know, I think it really hate the word humanizing, because people with disabilities are often dehumanized.
And using the phrase humanizing ironically ends up othering somebody out of the equation, like when you say it anyway.
For lack of a better word, I feel like it puts the complexity and the beauty of being human into something that is often just like veered away from because people don't want to talk about disability. But yeah, I think it's also great at detailing that, you know, autism is a very broad spectrum, and there's people that maybe wouldn't be able to advocate for themselves as much as the people on the show can. And it's taught me a bunch as well, as someone who's like gone on their neurodiversity journey. And yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite shows. It's my favorite show, actually. On the subject of love, I really feel like love is back. I feel like
I love that. Love is back.
Actually, I feel like...
Okay, Richard Curtis in the corner.
I feel like love is back, actually.
Tell me more.
Seeing Dua so in love with Callum. That man loves that woman.
Loves her down. And she loves him down. They glow together.
What a gorgeous couple.
They're a gorgeous, vibey, lovely couple.
I love Dua so much.
I got infinite time for Dua.
Every time that I see her, you know when like someone just like looks at you and like you're the only person in the room and like the attention is yours for that whole 5 minutes that you're with them.
She's a good egg.
She's a really nice woman.
Because let me tell you something. I have interviewed and known a lot of pop stars, particularly over the past like 10 years. I've seen people from when they're just starting out. Dua Lipa has consistently kept the same energy. The only thing that's changed about her is that she's grown in confidence, and that's it, which is a positive thing. She's a down girl, like she's a vibe, and like doesn't apologize for being bright. Obviously gorgeous inside and out. Like she's just a really like decent person. Like she deserves all her success. And like, yeah man, this love.
Oh, this love.
But I have to say, whoever was taking sneaky pictures from her wedding, you will pay for your crimes. Like, have some couth, babes. Have some couth.
I would be...
I would be absolutely fuming.
Not everything for the gram.
It's not like you just couldn't, like, especially before the bride. Like, come on.
No, that's not cool.
It's not cool. Don't do that.
Get those wallets out.
It's not cute.
I love a wedding when you put your phones into those lock wallets. And like, I would not be trusting my guests. But Dua, that video where she's looking for her bag and she's wearing that Bottega Veneta dress.
Very relatable.
As someone who will lose her purse in the club, she's just so, I love Dua.
It did make me laugh because I think every woman has had that moment where you're maybe like a little bit in the party spirit or not, and you're just sort of like, where's my fucking bag? What? And it's like, oh, someone's got it. Okay, cool. I can relax. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
I hope we're not entitled to it. We are not entitled to it. Let me stress. But if she feels like sharing it, I look forward to seeing the dress, apparently designed by Donatella Versace.
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to be 10-10.
What's your favourite Donatella quote? Mine's
God.
Having a nervous breakdown, probably.
I'm not sure if I even have
what
one.
Are you doing tonight? I don't know, having a nervous breakdown, probably.
That was a great impression.
What are you reading? Magazines?
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever really thought about Donatella's quotes before. I'll have to come back to you on that one.
She's so fab.
Donatella Versace. Yes, Versace, not Versace.
Versace.
Versace, or not Versace. Although
It's Versace.
Shout out to...
It's not Versace, it's Versace.
Versace. But I do look forward to seeing the wedding looks if Dua allows us. And if she doesn't, do you know what? That's okay because
she's given us enough.
She's given us enough.
That tour went on forever.
That tour was fab.
I've never seen a tour go on for that long.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, radical optimism.
Bloody hell.
She was radical and she was optimistic for a very long time.
Do you know what I love about Dua?
Yeah, go on.
Is not just that she's nice, it's the fact that when somebody said, "Go girl, give us nothing,"
oh,
she was like, "I'm going to give you everything."
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, she was all right there.
It's the pettiness that can be turned into fuel to become an icon. And that's the kind of energy that I love, the alchemy. And I know I love that word alchemy, but taking something that is like in your side, it's turning that thorn into a rose. And she really fucking did it.
No, she really did. And she's good at laughing at herself as well. Like I enjoy...
And she fully embraced like the...
And I enjoy when she mentions Dula Peep. Shout out to Wendy Williams all day.
Dula Peep. Shout out to Wendy.
Free Wendy, man. Free Wendy. Wendy Williams is somebody that I just... I think...
Didn't you go and see Wendy Williams?
So she was out of season. I literally got there a day too late. I've been going to New York on and off for forever, and my dream was to go to a taping of the Wendy Williams show.
Wendy Williams.
And sadly, that's not going to happen. But, you know, how are you doing anyway?
How you doing?
Our poor producers, I think sometimes... Do you know, I honestly feel sometimes we talk about things and I can just tell that Poppy and James are like, huh? Who?
No, I love a tangent. What? Who else is in love at the moment?
Well, are they in love? Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian. I feel like they're just in love with the idea of dating each other.
You know what? I like Kylie.
I'm not a fan.
I don't know. There's something about Kylie. Kylie is extremely transsexual coded.
She is. I see that.
Extremely transsexual coded. I'm not saying that she looks trans and like whatever looking trans means, or, you know, there's no such thing. But her aesthetic is incredibly glam trans coded. She is a doll.
I see that.
The surgery boots, the glamour of it all. I think she's just fun. Like, her aesthetic is fun.
If you didn't know this, I am really not a fan of the Kardashian-Jenner
Neither am I really.
dynasty. I'm so bored of them. I can't even tell you.
I'm not a fan of them as a concept.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I completely get that. I also kind of feel like that much power without standing for anything. And not only that, but like to be aligned with some of the worst people.
But that's why I don't get Lewis and Kim, because Lewis over the past years has really positioned himself and has been quite outspoken about, you know, certain things he believes in when it comes to, you know, issues around like race and the economy. And Kim is very much the opposite of that. But she's very gorgeous. So he's having a nice time. But I was a bit like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, I'm going to let you talk on this one. And that's okay.
I don't know. I'm so bored of the Kardashians. I just got real fatigue with it. And I feel like I've said it so many times that I'm just repeating myself. And you know, when you don't want to be a hater, because I honestly think that there's worse people in the world.
I've always been slightly irked by the Kardashians, like, anyway, because I find that their aesthetic, who their aesthetics are based on, how they treat the people who their aesthetics are based on has always been problematic to me over the years. But their voracious need to be at the centre of all culture, I find extremely jarring. There's a greed there that I've always found very unsettling, and I'm just bored of them all. And I also don't like the fact that, like, the kids don't have a choice. Like, the new gen that's coming up now don't really have a choice as to whether they're involved or not. And it makes
neither did Kylie and Kendall,
yeah, exactly.
really.
And it makes me really uncomfortable. Like, from when I saw Kendall, like, no, I think it was Kylie dancing on a pole and, like, the mum not thinking anything of it as a little girl. I was just like, yeah, no, thank you.
I think I've got more time for, like, Kendall and Kylie, because I kind of feel like they actually didn't consent to that. And I also think that Kendall is
a talented model.
Incredible. She's so beautiful.
Kendall is a beautiful, talented model.
And a great model too.
No, she's a very good model. I'll give her that.
But actually, no, you know what? I kind of feel like Kylie is a good model too. Very different kind of modeling, very different kind of body type. But I do feel like when Kylie wants to serve, she serves.
Never serve for me.
Why are we talking about them still?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Cut the cameras, dead ass.
Cut cameras.
I am very entertained by your big statement of love being back.
It's got to be.
Do you know what? I don't think love went anywhere, but what I will say is that love is loud. Or love is loud. Maybe love is louder. I don't know. But yeah, look, the pendulum is constantly swinging, isn't it? Because, you know, shout out to our girl, Shantae Joseph, Shantae J, because people are still asking the question, is having a boyfriend embarrassing? But then at the same time, listen, I was at a wedding the other day and I was seal clapping like a mofo, sobbing, crying, clapping, because my girl Bolu married her incredible husband, Tay. Bolu is a brilliant author. Check out her books, Honey and Spice, Love and Colour. She's incredible. And their wedding was inspiring and gorgeous, and it's lovely to see people who are just committed to just only wanting the best for each other. Mm-hmm. Listen, as a spokesperson for the heterosexual ghetto, it's lovely to see a woman be with a man who doesn't hate her.
Yes.
Like, and genuinely actually likes her.
Now let's celebrate that. Now come on now.
You know? Am I allowed to say that during Pride Month?
Yes.
Okay,
take up all the space you want, Clara.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Being straight is so back. No, I'm joking. No, I think two things can be true at once. Having a boyfriend can be embarrassing, but if we don't have love, then what is the point? You know, like the 90s love of like 90s R&B singing about your woman.
You're talking about yearning.
Yearning,
pining.
But I want what's on the other side of yearning to be something sustainably cherished and protected and built upon and grown. And like, I want men to not just yearn because they're horny, but yearn because they want to build that life.
Do you know what TV show you need to watch? Off campus. I feel like this would serve your yearning
I don't want to
needs.
watch the straight heated rivalry. I just kind of feel like it's a protest. No.
Do you know what? Okay, no, fair dues. It is.
I've got my heated rivalry. I don't need the straight heated rivalry.
I must confess, off campus is essentially heated rivalry for straight people.
And we call that appropriation.
I'm ever so sorry. Happy Pride.
Well, that's us for this week.
Sure is, babe.
Anything that you're over, into, let us know. Put it in the comments. Send it in.
That was a very 3-point.
I thought I'd just give something extra.
Yeah,
you know?
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
you were really giving me a little something.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, it was like 3 points. Yes, like, comment, subscribe.
Very Tyra. Ho.
Oh yeah.
But make it fashion.
Make it fashion.
Yeah.
No, ho's out, isn't it?
Ho. Oh yeah, that's why it's got the
ho. Make it fashion. We could do a whole other episode on Tyra Banks, which we'll save for another time because that's just... Yeah, so until that moment comes, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.